Evening all. How's it going? Ah. How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. I'm tired today. A bit knackered, he says. It's stronger than it was meant to be. Oh, I'll live. Crikey. It's really bright in here today. This is because the sun is shining straight on the window and it's really bright. Even with blackout curtains, it's still quite well illuminated. Anyway, hope we're all doing well. Happy Tuesday. Ready for a little Tainted Grail before jumping into this one. Hopefully I won't doze off partway through because, yeah, I was a bit worn out before. Don't know why. One of those days, I think. Anyway, evening Jay, how are you? What going on? That button there, innit? Find that darn thing. Just a flying visit. Oh, well, I do appreciate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Much obliged. I haven't turned on the appropriate sound yet, so it's... Oh, hang on. So it's not making noise, but anyway. I thought so. There's an update, apparently. Yes, new patch. So I'll have to wait for that one to download, which is... let's have a look at how big it is, actually, before we go any further. 2 gig. Shouldn't take too long. A minute or two. We gander at what's on the patch, then. Okay. New whispers for Arthur. So Arthur's got more shit to say, apparently. Shader preloading to decrease or alleviate one reason for stutters. So basically the game should run more smoothly. Nice. Which, if this is an Unreal Engine game, which it probably is, I don't know. Like 80% of things seem to be these days. You do need to do that, otherwise your game tends to run like butthole. After a bad curry. What we got? Few little bits of fixes here and there. Nothing spectacularly exciting. Couple of quest fixes. That's interesting. Furniture shop only becomes available after repairing the village jetty, which I have done. But yeah, that's interesting. Some additional quest rewards. A little other bits of fixes. Fixed overwriting of saves, not removing the old save file, yeah. Fixed gold horse armor. Way, horse armor. I think the kitty cat has opinions on something. I think I just heard her. What else got? Some graphical fixes. Not the easiest font on the background to read, this one. And a few other bits of fixes. Yeah, it's not particularly exciting. It's just bug fixes, really. We're 80-odd% now, 81%, 82% even. So we're ticking along. Evening, Carl. Evening, main grandma. How are we doing? My glasses and my headphones are making slightly squeaky noises. Because like where the plastic ends of the arms of my glasses go back behind the ear cups and rub on them. When I move my ears a bit, they squeak. Which you probably can't hear, but I can. No, you definitely can't hear it. Some vague creaking in my ears is a bit weird, though. Are we there? Nearly 94%. Yeah, not so bad, thanks. Yeah, still a bit strong. Oh, my Mahusive ice cube will melt soon and that'll water it down a bit. 95. I feel like I slowed down all of a sudden. Come on, game. Anybody want to place any bets on whether or not we'll have to verify the files again? I bet we will. We'll see how we do. $28. Good. We like to say. Let's see, you're sitting pretty on 98, game. How's about you hurry the F up? You've got 0.1 of a gig to download. And more than enough bandwidth to do it with. Yay! There we go. Just got to get that last little fragment installed and we should be rolling. Estimated 1 second. Longest second of my life. He said, what? Yeah? Right, so it's done. It's now launching. There we go. Figure itself out in a minute, maybe, possibly. There we go. Well, that's weird. It started at 36%. Never noticed that being a thing in my life before. Never seen these or have I not? No Respawn's just posting pictures from his holidays. Seen some of those, but I think maybe, possibly. He's posted elsewhere. Yeah. It's a nice little fire animation in the back. It's like smoke on the right and some cinders rising. A little bit, anyway. Fire at the back there and flags are flapping. I think Arthur moves a little. I think Arthur's breathing up there, isn't he? It's weird, the things that move and the things that don't in this. It's in this kind of design before on stuff. I can't think of what, but there's a bit of a weird vibe. The brain's running towards Metro, but I don't know if that's right or not. Probably isn't, but... Corrupted game files. Game will close. Please launch game and Steam will verify the files for you. Yeah. Well, as predicted. Because I just have to launch it again. Let's see whether or not that actually works this time. I don't suppose it will. Oh, maybe it will. Same thing it did yesterday. And every other time it gets an update. Don't know why. Other games don't do that, just this one. I got a notification about tennis for. Do I want to watch match recap? No, it's... No. Just no. Not particularly interested in the men's tennis anyway, and I'm definitely not interested in watching a recap of a match where I know the Brit lost. Take a pass on that one. Thank you very much. Need to decide on a new desktop background, I think. Don't know what though. Anything coming up that I've got my eye on? Not really. Yeah, not really. Maybe see if there's any Outer Worlds 2 stuff. I really hope Outer Worlds 2 actually achieves its capitalizing on the promise that the concept has, because the first game really didn't. It was boring and not very good, contrary to what a lot of the internet seems to think. Then a lot of the internet thinks New Vegas is the best Fallout game, and they're particularly dumb on that point as well. So what can you do? But yeah, it was quite the disappointment, really, the first one. I hope the second one is better. The developers have turned around and said, well, we kind of don't want to make a game that everybody likes anyway. We want to make something that is more unusual than that. Well, let's see how we do this time. And slightly more divisive, I think they want to go for. Which I get where they're coming from. Like, if it appeals to everybody, in some way it loses its specialness. But I want to be one of the people it does appeal to, and unfortunately, the concept did, but the reality did not the first time around. Mostly because it was just dull. But it'll be on Game Pass, so I'll have a crack at the Outer Worlds too and see if that's... assuming I can run the damn thing anyway. Which is entirely possible I can't, so I'll have to check that before it launches. If I can't, I guess we'll shrug our shoulders and move on to something I can run. Oh, I get mighty tired of looking at progress bars, I know that. How about you hurry the fuck up? Oh, it did. Okay, points. Oh, shut up, YouTube. You're doing just fine. Not receiving enough data. You are. It's just a slow static screen and you can't tell when it's not. Can't tell the difference between a low activity scene and not getting enough data because YouTube's shit. Reloading shaders. Wonderful. Staggering its way through that as well. But at least we got past the corrupted files. This is part of the new update, so I feel run a lot more smoothly this time. It was a bit janky, at least when we started yesterday. Took a minute to kind of find its feet, presumably because it was still loading shaders. There we are. Let's see how we do. Right then. It was your father's brother, isn't it? Yeah, I did want to do that quest, but we've got a few bits to do. I need to get more wood. I want to head down here and explore the abandoned village, which we haven't really explored yet. Sunken village. Because this village here used to be that village there, and then it all went to pot, and then they moved around here. And then we've got a couple of quests up the top here to do. Yeah. Oh, I've got a level apparently. I'll do that. See if we can't get some wood while we're at it, because we're not far off having enough wood for a couple of challenges. I did set a bonfire here not so terribly long ago, but it doesn't seem to be here now. Okay. Q? Yes. Due to lack of a better idea. Spirituality it is. And spirituality. We're looking at a few things here, aren't we? Got a bit of stun. Which is definitely not not unhelpful. What's that? Oh, that's crits only though. That's a good bet. There's some great stuff over here I wouldn't mind having. And some stuff over here I wouldn't mind having either. I think we'll go with the stun effect right now. More chances to stun are definitely worth having. Better way of tracking the time of day would be helpful as well. How's it going, Steve? So, I'll see you. There's my horse. Both Xion. Stop getting stuck on the low wall. There we are. Appear to be getting rained on, judging by the, well, maybe not, weird shine that was on the cloak for a minute there. Cape. It's definitely not a cloak, it doesn't wrap around enough. The music volume is still a little high. It'll be thunderously loud most of the time. Somewhere here he's got a chopping block, hasn't he? Can't remember where though. Oh, there it is. Need a food as well. Excuse me while I help myself to your grub. Thank you kindly. Hunter fetches meat for the horns of the south. Well, the deer literally run into his house and he grows a bunch of food, so... Not sure he's quite the amazing hunter that everybody thinks he is. Find your button there. Interesting. The wood at the side shows you how much you can chop. One more. That'll be the end of that, I think. Yeah. Still helpful. Ticking over. Now we're going to head to the village, and the best way is around the other side of this guy's tower, so it's not too hard to do. Down and around we go. Get some drowners. Twofer on the go there. Seashells, a new addition. They didn't used to drop those. Head on. Keep that fucker at a distance. Maybe he was going to explode. Not want him getting up close and personal, and he did so. Eggs, spuds, mushroom, fish. Need a fishing rod. Station. Well, it doesn't look particularly sunken, this village. It does look like it's gone a bit to shit, but don't say sunken's the word I'd use. Mix up the spells a bit, shall we? Just for variety's sake as much as anything else. Skelly's just wandering off doing his own thing. Oh, man. Not liking that kind of AoE thing going on there. Definitely not liking the flame gobbler thing. Yeah, this would be a lot more hectic in the event that when I was using a different set of weaponry. Kind of do enjoy the magic, but at the same time, I think, it's a bit too easy, really. Cut down. Oop, didn't want that. Most everybody looted. Onions. Who doesn't keep oats in their wardrobe? Need a bit of porridge in your pocket or something? Never had pocket porridge. It's probably for the best. I could imagine it's a bit of a soggy mess, really. Also, porridge is fucking gross. It's definitely a factor in the old decision-making process. The dead keeper. I don't think I've ever had semolina, so I can't really offer much of an opinion on it. Porridge fucking stinks though. Like, nasty smell, that stuff. Another half is a fan. I'll take a pass. Thank you. Takes the bloody kitchen out when she makes it. Oh, we're acquiring large quantities of stuff. I'm going to do with the aforementioned, but... Oh, Jesus, fucking... Nearly scared me half to death. Running away was apparently the right thing to do. He didn't chase me and he did explode, so... I think we can conclude I made the right decision there. Ooh, a thunderous great bow. That's interesting, isn't it? I think it's the thing that I want to use, but... Drawn arrows cost 15 mana when hitting enemies, dealing additional damage in any area. Ooh. It's got some appeal to it. Arcane Archer type build, huh? Would be fun. Zap, zap, zap. Could head down that way, but I might as well have a look in here first, hadn't I? Skelly. Sorry, Skelly, you keep scaring me, and I can't be having you doing that. Taking a year off my life every couple of minutes. Sour herring and cheese. No. Just fucking no. The good news is I got to stuff that I couldn't have got to any other way. Bad news is I don't know how the fuck I get down without breaking my legs. Well, I think the answer is we go for a swim, don't we? Also tried to jump there and it did not go the way I planned either. I feel like Drowned Village kind of implies that there might be something hiding under the waves, but what that might be, I don't know. There's a thing over there that looks interesting. It is everywhere. Oh, jeez. Surprise! I'm sure I managed to exterminate a couple of bad guys here, but I don't see the remains of one of them. Uh-oh. Well, we're stocking up quite effectively. Incandescent pearl inflicts burn, does it? Well, I think going back that way towards the steps is probably the play. And don't know if we check this house out. Guessing not, on account of the fact I can't get into it. And iron ore. There we go. Anything in the water that I can see, it might be of value. Doesn't look like it. Bob.
Oh, a wanderer in the sunken village. You must be lost. Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Now, even they are misplaced.
I remember before, we were both prisoners at the island asylum. Who are you? Monsters here don't attack you. Tell me about some conversion or anything. Haven't we met before?
Island asylum? I don't remember.
Oh yes, he was a strange old man who felt everything was going to be okay, didn't he?
At your face, something stirs. Yes, I'm sure we've crossed paths.
Didn't want help escaping, did he?
Look at you now, out in the world, breathing the fresh air. That's something to treasure, my friend. Freedom is a gift, even when it feels heavy. Enjoy it.
Right.
I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the sea. Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers, others are roars. I like to think they're keeping me company. Long ago, I decided to wait for something to happen. So I'm waiting.
He's been doing that for a while.
For what's ahead of me. But I can feel that it's closer than ever. Everything that's around us, it's not yet the end. And that thought really bothers me.
Monsters here don't attack you?
Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here. Only lost villagers.
Yes, definitely the guy was a bit
clinging to
nutty.
their home. It's sad. But as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening. And you happen along with it. They were given some time which they've tried to use as much as they could. That's all. I'm glad they allow me to stay here despite what happened. I like this place.
Not afraid?
It's the cycle of life. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid, it means you're struggling with something too much, my friend. Sometimes you just need to sit and look. Watch everything turn.
Tell me about the village.
The sunken village was not always sunken. But
You don't
one
say.
day, someone undoubtedly important made a decision, undoubtedly necessary, that it would be better to make it so. So the wave came and made the village into the sunken village. And its inhabitants, well, you can see for yourself.
Say that someone flooded the village?
I know that some druids did it. Specific individuals, although their names have long been forgotten. This is no great mystery, my friend.
Why would the druids do that?
You'd have to ask those responsible for the flood. Who knows what's going through people's heads? Maybe someone ordered them to do it. We'll never know.
What happened to the druids?
That's a good question. Maybe they burnt during the charred conclave. Maybe not. Nevertheless, the punishment was delivered and justice prevailed. Once again, the world was made a better place.
I'm not sure that's true.
That's what those who set fire to the stakes preach. All in the name of the word.
Were priests responsible for the massacre of the druids?
Among others. This wouldn't have happened if not for Kamelot's desperation. Hey, many tragic decisions were made. I don't know if the word was so unambiguous or if its interpretation failed. What happened on the fields of the charred conclave wasn't just about the flood, my friend. It was about things and forces we don't understand.
When did the flood take
Long
place?
ago enough for people to have no chance of discovering why it happened. And yet, recently enough that this place still reminds us of it. Now the village is what it is, and the past has washed away. At least it can still be home for them. And I'll stay and look. These are interesting times indeed.
Need anything?
I have everything I need. The entire world in one place.
Right.
Before you go, I would like to ask you one thing. Who are you?
I don't know. Just myself. Just myself.
I understand. I see you. I hear you. And I have a feeling that you will find what you're looking for. Farewell. And thank you for visiting me, my friend. You can come keep me company whenever you want. The sunsets here are beautiful.
Interesting fellow. And by interesting, I mean slightly nanas. He's a little bit nanas, that fella. Right. So, the only thing that's left over here. Ooh, night time be upon us. The weirdness is out. He's somewhere over here. There we go. I just about to see it. Some kind of door in the cliff. If I remember rightly, I did read what this was at some point. Ages gone by. I don't know if I remember correctly what it was. I think I do. I think it's supposed to be the Tomb of Cyril Firstfoot. I think. Crypt of Cyril Firstfoot. Yeah, there we are. First person to set foot on Avalon. Even before Arthur. And the person who founded the Horns of the South. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on in here, won't we? See, this feels like a place I'd need to go as part of the main quest, but... That looks awfully like a menhir, only small and with less arms. How's it going now? Scorching pathway. Lightcast gives me an AoE, creates a horizontal burning wave of fire which pierces through targets. And a heavy cast gives me a horizontal burning wave of fire which increasing in width and damage with charging time. Okay, we can have a look at that. Costs a bit more mana, but we'll see how that goes. Summon Keeper. I don't know what the cost is on that one. Much higher, but at the same time, probably better than the Scully I did have available. That's cool. Yeah, not so bad, thanks, Noel. A little tired, but we're doing alright. So he's an archer. Okay, I thought he probably was. Yeah, I thought that was probably going to be sealed. And the big question now is, how do I get back out again? If I fall down. Oh, there's a lever on the back of the door. That's okay. Now, these guys don't seem to be coming up hostile, but also donuts, when I drop down in... Yeah, they are. No. That's weird. This is also weird. It's like I need a thing to go in there. Thing what I don't currently have. Men here or something else? I think it's something else. Yeah, I guess I'll be coming back here at a later date. I guess. Fine, we got some upgrades. Okay with that. I think we head back to the Horns. Turn in some of the stuff I've picked up, tidy up, and see about heading north. We'll do this druidic ritual for the guy. Could fast travel back, but it's kind of more fun to ride the horse. Which is, it's not terribly far. The limit of Excalibur's influence there. Looks like a scary thing. Move, horsey, come on, you fat feck. Bloody horse. Stuck on every fucking thing, isn't it? Got a weird way of moving sideways, especially when he's in, like, wearing robes. I think if you're equipped differently, I'm curious about that now. Do I have any other equipment that might test this theory? No, let's take a bow out. Yeah, it's the robes that really make the movement seem weird. It's still there, I think. Cool. Kip. And then we'll see about a couple of side quests and turning a few bits in just a moment. Spell dissipated by naps. That. I think about 16 is the limit. That should be enough to get me over the line for a quick little side quest or two. Thonk. Done thonk. Definitely. Something chicken dinner.
I just heard that some old man named Morris showed up at the keep, dragging the head of bald Kate just so he could be with his wife in the horns. Can you imagine? I still can't tell whether it's bravery or he's just out of his mind. Probably a bit of both.
Spoken like a single man. Hey, dude, you really are missing out on something if you don't understand that one. Have another take. You did grand for me trouble there. I've got 3 of them, I think, so. Tell me about the
There are a
village.
few retired keepers living there. There are also some refugees from north of the island. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. People from bandits, from the Wyrdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time.
Kitty cat has joined me. Oh, she's piling down on the sofa, looking to get very comfortable, I think, from the look of that. Unless she changes her mind and climbs up here. Nope, that is a comfy looking kitty cat. Life, innit? I just had a tea, in fact, and decided to come up here for a change, actually. Normally she goes and settles on the sofa with my better half. Up the tea, I just decided she wants to be up here. Don't know why. Right, so we've got 2 things to repair down here. First one is the inner gate, which is apparently this thing. It's a weird looking gate, but anyway. It requires 50 wood. Stands up a bit straighter now, but I still wouldn't call it a gate. I mean, there is a fence going either side of it, so I kind of see, but still, a hard time keeping out an angry chihuahua, that. The other thing is the sea serpent statue that we have to repair here. Rosemary first. Nope. You, now you can repair. There we go. Roar, furious and stuff. Fierce, innit? So, we'll go and talk to the weird keeper up here who wanted me to fix this stuff at the cost of a large amount of lumber production. Takes a very long time, that. If you're an archer, I imagine it's even worse because you actually have a use for the wood then. Get arrows and such.
Ah, that's you. Do you need something?
Gate and the monument are fixed.
I know. The gate's standing proud again. And that monument, well, it actually looks like something worth remembering now. Folks around here might not say much, but they'll notice. A place that looks cared for makes people care more in return. Good
It's
work.
true.
If I had a medal to give, I'd pin it on you myself. Maybe Fergus will even crack a smile. Or at least grunt in approval. That's about as good as praise gets from him. Either way, you've done well. If something else comes up, I'll let you know.
Nice. Resolve the mess with coal.
Ooh. Oh, the biting refugee! Yes, I've heard. I'm so glad that whole mess is finally over. It's a huge weight off my shoulders, I'm not gonna lie. I know Fergus probably already rewarded you, but here, take something
nice.
extra. Just from me. And maybe now we'll actually get some peace and quiet around here.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it, but anyway. Anything else happened recently?
Some old man came to the keep carrying the head of a dreadful bandit leader. All because he wanted to join his wife here in the Horns. Can you believe that? And here I thought that kind of love only existed in songs. Please, try not to make my life harder, alright?
I've been busting my ass to make your life easier. Quit fucking moaning at me. What? You're a bell end. Right, I've got some bits I want to sell. And then I think we gallivant off to the north.
What a nice day.
His voice comes from there when you're standing in front of him, but it sounded like he was over there when it initially started. Position audio, not quite ideal. Which is fair, it's not easy. Archer's gone, that's... I don't see myself doing that. Although I am kind of wondering now whether or not I might change my mind at a later point in time. Cool, I think that's okay. And that's the completed stuff that's done. Yep, cool. Used to have a manager like that, I always wanted a bit more, and now you have a manager elsewhere, you don't go above and beyond anymore. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, like I've treat people like a resource to be exploited, and you wonder why they don't commit anymore. What do you think managing was fucking hard? It's not. Managing people, anyway. So I could ride all the way north, or I could fast travel. I think I'll do the latter, because otherwise it's quite a long ride. We'll head here, and then we're going to sort of loop. Actually, we'll go here, because then we're going to loop up this way. And do the druidic challenge thing, the druidic ritual. There's a bandit camp over there I could go and clear out. I think I will right now, but good. Zap, zap. Indeed, absolutely shocking.
Hold your ground, men.
Show me what you're made of.
He was going to say it is just a flesh wound, but didn't go according to plan for him at all, did it? He did have a mate, so I don't know where he ended up. I'm guessing he got... Deranged battle mage. Himself feeked. Ragged nobleman's doublet. I needed one of those. Nice. Depending on where I am, I might detour and do that while I remember. Got a knight's armour, didn't I? Whitening tabard. She looks quite cool. Well, my fucking awful robe at the moment does. It's weird, fishy vibes. Apparently he had a health potion that he was trying to use when I shook the shit out of him. Well, whatever I did to him. I think I set him on fire, didn't I? I'm here, and I need to kind of go back the way I came. So I need to go back down there to turn this quest in. Yes, we'll do that while I can. Hey-ho! Not a fan of that fire spell I had. The new fire spell I acquired, that might have to get swapped back out again. It's, actually, mostly its problem is it drains too much mana, but that can be solved by increasing the amount of mana I have, which I should probably consider doing. Right, crazy noble lady. Yeah, exactly. I do agree, mean grandma. I'm of the opinion if you're going to pay as little as you can get away with, then that's exactly the amount of work you deserve out of your staff as well. Minimum wage, minimum effort. And vice versa. So on and so forth and things. Fancy clothes.
Let me see. Not entirely dreadful. The fabric is almost decent, although the cut is terribly outdated. Whoever wore this must have been near destitute, or just stole it off someone else's corpse, I suppose. Regardless, it presents a fascinating challenge. Thank you for this. Here, a token for your troubles.
No need. I'll do this to help you, or thanks. I can't see her going for that. I think she'll be a bit like, charity, no. Let's go with thanks.
You are most welcome. Oh, I have no doubt that this will be a most fruitful collaboration. Keep up the good work, and I'm quite certain everything will unfold splendidly.
About your husband.
Yes? What about him?
Something I need to tell you about. Do you miss him?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I believe I do. I never anticipated that I would, but his absence does indeed bother me sometimes. You know, I always thought we lived rather separate lives, yet now I sense a certain emptiness around me at times. I find it quite unnerving, I must say.
She loves him more than you realise. Perhaps you're just not used to being alone. Oh, that's a tough call. I'm gonna go with that one.
Gods, no. At least, I don't believe so. He was a respectable husband, certainly. But, well, love and marriage are two distinctly separate matters, and only one holds value for a woman in my position.
As you said, you're a new woman now. Okay.
Indeed, but let us not forget, I still bear the esteemed Moray name. My social standing hasn't ceased to exist just because
I should not be so sure
moved to the
about that if
south.
I were you.
And what of it, anyway? I'm recently widowed. It would be quite unseemly to commence a search for a new husband so soon.
Another garment for you. Do you miss your life back in Kamelot?
Surprisingly, no. I thought I would miss the parties, the bustling social scene, my family, but I don't, not really. Kamelot was always so stifling. I hardly had a moment to myself. I feared the quiet and isolation here might unnerve me, yet it's been quite the contrary. Moreover, I found our conversations, albeit brief, to be far more sincere than years of superficial chatter with my so-called friends.
It is. She's got the occasional point here and there, like that one, for example, but mostly yes. Like talking to you too, and here I thought living here wouldn't be exciting enough for you. I like talking with you too. Okay, let's go with that one.
Oh, well, that's delightful to hear. I would be quite dismayed to think my company was boring you, or worse, that you possessed such lamentable taste as to think so.
Damn. Burn. Here I thought living here wouldn't be exciting enough for you.
Oh, trust me, I find plenty of excitement here. The creative kind, of course. Since, well, truth be told, I hardly ever leave the house. It's starting to feel rather stifling, but I haven't yet mustered the courage to go outside and explore.
And I bet you give me a shout next time you want to do that, and then we'll make sure you don't go on your own and get, like, eaten by drowners or something. Frayed silk gloves. I have another garment for you.
Splendid! This piece is indeed intriguing. Although, I must confess, I was secretly hoping for something with a bit more flair. All my current designs feel tragically mundane, and I've nothing in the house I could use to adorn them.
Any jewellery repurposed? What kind of adornments are you thinking about?
Well, given that we're in the south, it may sound somewhat trite, but I have developed quite a fondness for marine-inspired motifs. I could start with some seashells, perhaps. Not too many, perhaps 12 or so. I'm not certain yet. I'll need to give it more thought.
So, I need to acquire a dozen or so seashells. I can probably do that if I find a bunch of a bunch more drowners to loot. Mana regen versus spell power, magic critical, max mana. Yeah, I'll stick with what I've got. Thanks. Inabizzle. Journal. Quests. I need to get rid of all of these to make the thing stop trying to tell me I've got stuff to do that I haven't got to do. Okay, so lenses in the eye of the sage. Try again, shall we? So right around there, across the front of the stronghold, and then around to the left and up to the north. Okay. Right. Remember my directions. I might need a cushion at the rate this is going. Right. Got a bridge to cross first. Who might you be, strange person? Brock.
Could you make sure that no one from the Queen's entourage was following your trail? Beware her spokespeople. And if you're acting on her behalf, be gone and perish!
Queen or queen?
The first time I saw her was years ago, when night fell over Brok-Miala, and the gatherers had already fallen into a peaceful slumber. Then, the first sign appeared, a harbinger of what was to come. The mist, thicker than ever before. Wilfred was the first to notice it, as he still tended to the beehives. Finally, from the milky shroud suspended between the earth and the sky, an unexpected procession emerged, led by the Queen of Queens. Oh. We were lucky to be wearing our attire.
But next, who's the queen?
Along with the mist came stinging troubles. The Queen issued a decree, and that meant trouble. That's right. Troubles are like bee stings. Man swells from them, and later on, he doesn't even resemble a human anymore. The most important thing is that both Brok and Brok-Miala were protected. Yes, that's the most important thing.
Your attire is very peculiar.
It's the attire of many families from Brok-Miala. It protected them, just like it protected me. That's right, but I can't give it to you. It shields me from the Queen's gaze. I am invisible to her. I hope you understand. No one wants to be
I do
noticed
not.
by her.
Who are
Depends on
you?
who's asking. Do you bring trouble, or are you in need? Do you hear the buzzing of the bee swarm, or are you carrying that noise yourself? No, I can't hear any buzzing from you. Hold on. You don't know what you're doing here yourself. And you are looking for answers, or the right questions. Well, same difference. My name is Brok. If you need something to shield yourself from evil, you've come to the right place. Of course.
So you've got, you
Go ahead.
weirdo.
Choose something.
Okay.
I hope your protective beads won't get much use. Travel safely.
I feel there's a very inappropriate joke to be made about protective beads here. What kind of protective beads are they? Where might you wear them? Wolf's proving a little bit challenging to eliminate there. It's a range issue. Oh dear. Never been up here before, so we're on unfamiliar ground. Oh shit, there's a zombie. Diary of Priestess's cape. Good shoes, trousers, robe. Oh. Don't mind me divesting you of your garments there. Can't remember what I need to make an offering to the All-Mother. I do need to be over there for my quest though. How's a priestess's robe look? Nothing interesting going on with it. Okay. Not the worst thing. I'll see it because I've got the it's hidden, but definitely do need an outfit slot. I'm going left. I'm guessing left leads me around in the direction of where Bromar No Face hangs out. Ancient Cromlech. Looks to be the way up there. Fine. Right to know. Oh, there's a cloak maybe that I'm missing. Have a little wander around to the north here and see if we can't spot anything interesting. Just snag in the form of a tree stump. Something over there. Look at the bee swarm, and what was it that guy was on about? Queen or something, or who had something to do with bees, and now this weird person, Queen Bee, is coming for me. What's this?
An invitation. The Queen.
Curious.
The highest lord. I am a servant.
Curious indeed. The Red Cat managed to eliminate my Summon. We got here. Imperial cobweb, huh? Okay. Hmm. Okay, maybe pushing on a little too far too soon. Oh, I know where that goes. I know where that goes. Welcome back now. Now then. Paper is sticky with a sweet scent lingering upon it. Priestess's cape increases, regenerates mana over time. Oh, that's cool. Diary of a priestess. I must walk the path to beseech her to save our most holy haven. Those of the Del Riata claim we worship the same goddess, but how can I believe these savages who can't even write? I'll visit all the chapels and make an offering. I'll collect every bit of her grace, sneak back to the temple and cast it into a single powerful amulet. That will surely work. Your mother must hear me. I will never believe that she's abandoned us. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, got a cool cloak now. Venison, onion and garlic. Pretty sure I've got all of that. Assume. Anything that I'm unsure about is onion. Let's see if there's any onion kicking around up here. That would be convenient. It's cool, but I'd rather check it out in the daylight. Get some onion on my person. I have to do a quick fast travel and get some onion. There's an onion and garlic. Apparently I do not have, presumably just the onion. I know I've got the rest of it. It's still there. Now I will need to find an onion, which I must have. There we go, got loads of them. Yeah, that's got better stats and requires less yeah, it's got better stats, requires less points to wear it. That's, yeah, that can go away. Oh. I'm wondering whether I should go for that, actually. I know extra dash is not a bad thing to have. But I don't think I desperately need it, do I? The way things have been going lately. Cool. Welcome back. Welcome. Right. Sell some stuff, but this will do.
Blessings upon you. Certainly.
Health. Healing spells. Triple shield. Damage buffing shield. That's quite fun. Kind of like that idea. Doing like having a magic shield in one hand and a sword in the other. And, you know, so if you've got a big, heavy one, you just cast a magical shield and then you skewer things with the sword. That would be quite cool. Anyway. So. Be a fun build, wouldn't it? Ooh. Me.
Certainly. May Kai's word.
Okay. Worst guard ever. That way? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Artie wants a chat, eh? Was this gong already here in your time? What gong?
Perhaps. I cannot say for certain. My memory remains too clouded. It seems familiar. I do not feel my soul bound to it, but I know our path shall lead us here, one way or another.
You used to do that in
lingers beyond
Morrowind.
this gate.
Yeah, it's not a bad way going. There are some better shields though with extra powers though, so there's that as well.
We'll find the truth soon enough.
Do you know what the Cromwells were for?
That's a question better suited for Merlin if he was still around. I always thought it was where his druids got drunk and danced naked in the moonlight. He was terribly offended when I said that. Gave me an entire lecture about the delicate balance of life and death, how they are intertwined within nature. That, he claimed, was what the Cromlechs were meant to be. The heart of their power. A place where it could be harnessed and cultivated. Still,
Interesting
he
sound in
never
the
invited
background
me
there.
to any of their celebrations. He always did hate when I was right.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on, but it boils down to getting drunk and naked apparently. Not sure where the level up option is there if I can't level up, but anyway. Weather could be better. If I do anything about that, because I kind of... really want to do this in the rain. There we go, that's a bit better. Still a bit misty and stuff, but at least it's not raining. Evening, Grey. How's it going? Form ritual. Could possibly go wrong.
Check it out. They did it. Somebody did it.
Impossible.
See, someone's here.
Damned morons!
Nobody could be stupid enough to actually fall for this.
And yet...
Hey, you there! We can't exactly see you because, you know, we're dead, but we can sense that you're here, so...
Congratulations! You've made it to the sacred site
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Is that what we called it? I can't believe this shit. They actually fell for it. I can't believe it.
I know, right? Traveller, the knowledge you seek, the knowledge we druids decided to share with you is that...
You can kiss our dead magical asses and get the hell back to wherever you came from. Now scram.
You insane?
Oh yeah, I forgot. They always need answers, don't they?
Right.
What did you expect? A monster fight? Some grand artifact to carry you back home?
Did expect to be surprised by a monster. Treasure would have been nice. Did expect to be surprised by a monster. No, I'm going to go by the treasure. Because I think monster is just asking for trouble.
Yeah, you people and your treasures.
You remembered to take something with you?
Not really.
Here.
Fossilized
Here's
turd.
your artifact.
You must carry it with you at all times or else.
I'm still thinking this artifact is a fossilized turd.
I can't. I just can't. Yeah. Now scrap.
First things first. I got some mistletoe. Right. But I'm sure so. Hey, but the truth about the surprise the druids had planned for people like him. Yeah, probably should. Though, now we've got all of the glowy shit going on. Kinda want to know what that is. Orbs of recoil and vortex, art of throwable crystals. Orbs of recoil and vortex. Among throwable alchemical weapons, few match orb of recoil and the orb of vortex in versatility and devastation. Orb of recoil is a sphere infused with kinetic propulsion. Upon impact, it throws a forceful shockwave, throwing back anything caught in its radius. Light enough to carry in numbers, yet powerful enough to break bones or shatter armor when used correctly. Orb of vortex is the opposite. Excuse me. Drawing in rather than repelling. Once shattered, it pulls in surrounding matter, twisting air, dust, and even flesh into its spiraling grasp. Those caught within find escape nearly impossible. Both require precision. Poorly aimed recoil orb sends allies flying, while an unstable vortex orb may pull its wielder to oblivion. Master them, and the power you hold control both battlefield and fate. Throwable crystals are more than mere trinkets. They hold power and when shaped and thrown with intent. Craft a throwable crystal, one must understand resonance. Certain minerals, when fractured, release stored energy. Quartz, for example, amplifies elemental effects, while obsidian dust enhances cutting power. Proper throwing technique is essential. Crystals must be small enough to fit in the palm, yet sturdy enough to survive the throw. A weak arm will waste them, but trained arms can turn them into weapons. Beware, some crystals are unpredictable, unstable shards can detonate prematurely, and enchanted ones may react to magic in unforeseen ways. Handle them wisely or risk becoming their first victim. Intriguing. Well, that was interesting. As there's... Oh yeah, a couple of new quests up this way. And okay, let's also ride around that way and see what's going on up there, maybe. Might need to brew my no face. I don't want to go the other way actually, I'm curious. Sure, I can do a brew my no face when the time comes. About Queen Bee that I've got to go and meet. I don't have to, but it's an option. This looks like it. That's the way, and this is something else, so... Tomb of a good druid, huh? Really want a water pitcher, I've got to be honest. See what's in here then. Shocking. Oh. Angry Dryad, huh? You objected to my being here. Not bad. Still switching health after a kill. Interesting little thing. It's a bit voodoo. This looks potentially funky. Windy-loo. Don't want their hammer though. Mine, I'm trying to take pictures, damn you. So uncivilized. Just me, as I feel like this place was occupied by children. I'm getting distinct Peter Pan, Lost Boys kind of vibe going on here. Red Death infected. Wonderful. Oof. Got a bit close there. Nearly sneezed. Nice. A bit of food on the go. Topped up my food supply a little bit. Art, Druid's friend, Mr. Druid's wish gem. You want the rest of it? Druid's last night. Final experiment. If it works now, the child will suffer Emmett's fate. If it fails, then the gods know what horrors may be unleashed. Everything's ready. Now all we can do is pray. He was clearly trying to cure children infected with the Red Death. And clearly failed miserably. Arthur's letter. Dear Sir, I always tell everyone it was the All-Mother herself who sent you to us. I had almost lost hope for my poor wee ones to make it through the night. So feverish were they, burning like a hot furnace. And then a thought struck me. I said to my husband, take the wee ones and run to the old beech tree. Because I suddenly remembered that Arinda's youngest had a terrible fever and you helped them. I thank the All-Mother for blessing my Vern with good health and strong legs because he made it to you in time. Just when he returned home with the wee ones, they were much calmer and fell asleep soon after. The fever broke in morning, and I almost wept with joy. I have no golden valuables, but please know my heart is full of gratitude. Okay. Mr. Druid, Mum said I was almost gone from this world, but Mr. Druid saved me. Thank you, because I can now still play knights, and without you I couldn't. I'm very grateful. I'll never forget you. Lorne's letter. Let's be clear, I never liked druids and I don't plan to start now. However, you healed my boy, and for that I'm deeply grateful. You will always have a place at our table and shelter in our home. So please accept these few coins, a bottle of my finest blackberry moonshine. Just drink carefully so you don't croak, because there's no one here who could save you. Malcolm Lorne's father. Miller's letter. I'm writing to you to thank you for healing our little Abby. We thought nothing could help, but you came with herbs, and now Abby is skipping and running around again. I don't know how to thank you enough. I don't have much, just flour, milk, and eggs. Hope you like them. I'm glad you have these powers, and may they serve you well. Letter from R. Dear Segeda, it's not easy for me to write this letter, but at least it's the least I owe you. I know you did everything possible to save our son. You did everything in your power, and that's more than the Red Priest ever would. I know you well enough to understand you might blame yourself and try to shoulder the responsibility for something that's simply fate. Please don't continue to live your life as I will mine. So he failed on helping one person at least. Good Druid's Journal 1. First cases of Red Death have appeared. Gathered herbs like mandrake, parsley, sage, great potions. Healing patient to Hillsby. Initially seemed better, but by morning he got worse. Realised something crucial I should have realised earlier. Illness affects only humans. Animals appear immune. Wonder if this applies to other creatures. Boy's conditions deteriorated. First time seen the stage of the illness. Taking Emmett with me. His parents don't understand what I'm trying to do. To combat this disease, I must turn to rituals, to blood magic, to the magic of death and rebirth. Oh dear. I'm sorry I met you and your parents to profound apology. I failed you all. My heart broke when I had to put a dagger through your chest, but please believe me when I say you are no longer yourself. I vow that your death will not be in vain. I will find a cure for the Red Death if it's the last thing I do, so no other child will suffer as you did. Why does nothing work? 7 patients, not one has improved. 5 have worsened. I hoped using animal blood might be the answer, but it doesn't seem to work at all, so bashing my head against the wall. Need to delve deeper into primal magic, into rituals banned by the Conclave, into experiments people dread even hearing about. If I'm not prepared to push every boundary, I'll never conquer the Red Death. Oh dear. In his determination to help people, he probably went too far and in the wrong direction. Some mage's gear, cool. Don't suppose it's better. Increases mana regeneration and magic critical chance. That's actually is better. How's the helmet? Less good on the armor. Max mana goes up instead of mana regen. Increases spell power by quite a bit. Probably worth it, actually. Gloves. Armor's the same, increases mana instead of spell power. I'll stick with the ones I've got. 5 gold after killing an enemy. Crikey. More armor, more mana and spell power on that one. Not as much mana as the other ones. And don't have the mana regen. Yeah, I think that's probably better as well. Though I'm not sure about the legs on those. Can't argue with the stats. Shoes. Increases max mana. It gives me a buff to my spell power though. I think I'll take that just because I can't bear how terrible they look. Yeah, I think that's probably an improvement. Don't like the look of it, but the stats are probably better. The set of robes I had were definitely the best looking ones. Cascade Deluge. Consecutive attacks deal a little extra damage. Yeah. Not enough to make it really worth it, but... Well... Aside from that fact, I haven't... Sorry guys. I do you guys a favour. Ooh, look at that. That's an image. Once human, nothing more than vessels for the Red Death. Flesh blackens, veins swell, tainted blood. Minds rot away, leaving only husk-driven by instinct alone. They do not think or feel. They lash out at anything that moves, not to kill, but to spread the sickness that consumes them. Disease twists their bodies, warping their limbs, hardening skin into cracked, bloodied stone. Neither alive nor dead, they are the Red Death itself. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, so I got a big coin purse, which I assume was full of cash. And the killing stroke, which is increased, yeah. The opportunity to buy that, but chose not to. Been alright for cash, 13 grand. That was interesting. This way. Interesting indeed. Now, yeah, guess we push on. Have we here? A corpse for starters. Lawn frostbitten bow. Arrows consume 10 mana but chill the opponent. Ooh, that's vaguely appealing as a bow goes. Just made yourself sad? How come? Interesting. Yeah, pizza and all our good places to eat when you're out in the office. Have to make special trips out on occasion. Mongolian beef, huh? Interesting. Brockmeala, the village that he was talking about being protected. Goes to Brockmeala.
Here. She is there. You will take the path. You will hurry.
Why is the queen summoning me?
Every queen needs a consort. Consort, you.
Oh, how about new? What happened here?
Brockmeala. Home. Life. Life needs a home. We want to live.
We'll make it yourself. That's always a good option. Depends on the restaurant, though, I suppose. As to whether or not it's healthier homemade. Hobbit melancholy, yeah. Why do you torment Brock?
Brock, consort, traitor. Brock refused. The queen's heart is broken. The queen will love. We will all love.
Finding getting the news that there will be no second breakfast, is it? Okay. Well, what would Merlin do? Something inappropriate, probably. Merlin. We have a ghostly honeycombed version of the village. The hive. Give me the shivers, I know that. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah. Could possibly go wrong, right? It's not like there's anywhere else I can go. I am curious to see how this is going to pan out. Just in case I decide... Oh, that's cool. How cool is that? There is a vaguely familiar aspect to the art style there, though. It's like somebody's either drawn or painted it. Shaded it with a pencil, maybe. That kind of vibe. But it definitely looks like something somebody's drawn, you know? It looks like something I've seen somewhere before.
My knight, protector, you are here. I have waited so long for you.
Have you summoned me? I want to leave you to leave this place. Why have you summoned me?
This is my home. I need someone to bridge the gap between my home and the world. Someone to care for us. Our protector.
What do you expect from me, my queen? Well, I didn't quite want to do that, but okay.
There is one who betrayed me. Brock. Once he was my consort. My chosen. My protector. He was mine. I entrusted him with the hive. With me. And he fled. Left me. Abandoned his queen.
This like, doesn't bother me, it's the extra legs.
It weakens us. Weakens me. Find him and silence his song. Do this, and I shall reward you. The hive shall reward you. Now go, end this discord.
I haven't agreed to anything yet. Your wish will be granted. I haven't agreed to anything yet.
I have expressed my will, Protector. You must fulfill it, or perish.
I don't plan on dying today.
We shall see about that.
Oh dear, I think I've just picked a fight with her. Oh, I got effects. Go ahead and assume I can't set a bonfire. Yeah, I didn't really think so.
Mine, I have... This someone... There is... He was my... Such fine... Now... I have You must... We shall...
At least I got some backup now. Let's stick with lightning, thanks. Ah, I got fucked. Don't know what was killing me. I think the bees were after me. Yeah, the design is very, very cool.
My night. I have waited. This someone. There is. He was my such big. Fine. Now go. I have it. You must. We shall see. I am out of that's not going to help me. I'm out of what I needed to heal then. 40 health, 6 health, let's have that one. Bloody bee swarms. It'd be great if that bloody padre of mine would assist by, you know, attacking her.
Oh, God, I forgot to use the stunning thing. And then remembered at the last minute I had it. Cost me a lot of resources, that, but hopefully it worked out well. Oh, he wasn't very helpful, was he? It was a limited Queen's honey. So was health and mana. Interesting. Need a Benadryl spell. Yeah, something like that. Need this guy to be a little less useless. If you cast summons, light castles as an attack. Why was that not working? Nice. Oh well. Oh, that was an interesting battle. Hope I made the right choice there. Evil bitch. Indeed. Level 20. Sun come up, we'll be able to see what's going on here. So much for the Queen's Hive, eh? Kind of curious what might have happened if I'd actually taken her up on her offer and sided with her. There isn't much else beyond there, is there? By the bridge, wasn't he, that guy? Hunting. Mage style. Interesting sort of sunset-esque light going on around it, or dawn light, I think, actually.
Very not good.
Sacked by Silver Bees, I've received an invitation from the Queen. I'm about to see Brogmiana. Let's see what he says about that.
Oh, so her emissaries have not stunk you. And you say they invited you to Brogmiana. Then perhaps there is still hope to save the village. What has been done cannot be undone, but my settlement, maybe it can finally be free. If you truly intend to answer the invitation, remember this. The Bee Queen must be slain. Here, I kept a second set for a special occasion. I hope it proves useful to you.
Better late than never, eh? Is that best one with bees?
No, I suspected it would draw her gaze upon you. I beg you, forgive me. All is wrong. All is swelling. You hear it too, don't you? You hear the clamour? The ceaseless buzzing! Buzz! Buzz!
Anything I can do?
Entourage's stingers are long and sharp. You must resist her influence for as long as you can. That is all that can be done.
Oh, by the way, she did.
Just as I thought. The buzzing has ceased.
Ooh.
For the first time in years, I hear nothing. It's quiet. Such peace. I'd hope to see you again. This is a great day. I thank you, liberator of Brok-Miela. I thank you deeply. I kept something for such an occasion. Please, you should take it.
What a weird
well-earned
quest.
Reward. Well, I suppose I'll continue my travels, offering my services wherever they're needed. There is much foul magic in this world, and the Wyrdness takes many forms.
Chickens are doing magic
I hope
too?
I shall cross paths with somebody I can help.
That would be
In the
weird.
meantime, be well, my friend.
Magic chickens. Foul magic. What did I get for me trouble? I got a Brok-Miela robe, which increases mana. And a Brok-Miela headwear, which also increases mana. And shoes and gloves. I'll stick with what I got because it's better. Ooh, and I got Sting Sword for my trouble. One-handed sword that poisons targets. Quite a cool looking weird fantasy-esque blade. With an arming sword style. Get a look at it there, it's a little better. That's quite cool. The potential for cool builds in this game is quite high, it has to be said. Really don't like this robe I've got, but stats, you know. Foul magic indeed. I think it explains a lot of what's going on in Skyrim, actually. Might as well ride north and take out Bromar No-Face before we do anything else, don't we, while we're up this end of the map. You know, and you hurt a chicken in Skyrim and the whole damn kingdom attacks you. Because they're engaged in some kind of foul magic. How else would they know? I see, go forth into the street and let it be known that Lord Blackadder wishes to sell his house. Aldrich, go forth into the street. Got you that time, you fucking bastard. Just a hop, skip, and a shock. Shrine of Bear. Who's Bear? Why do they have a shrine? Pray. Got a bad feeling about this. Give an offering of 3 bear claws to get 5% physical damage. Okay, cool. I don't have those, so that's not going to happen. That's creepy as shit. You did that and had to pay a small fine. It was a paltry sum. Yeah, that sounds about right. Never attacked a chicken in Skyrim? Yeah, don't. It's a bad idea. That is how we deal with an ogre. Roman no faces just above the shrine of the bear in the other direction, and this is ancient cave, huh? Let's go and do Bromar, and then we'll have a look at the cave in a bit.
You'll regret this! Your money or your life!
He's gonna feel like he's caught in a fucking lightning storm from hell. His head, coin, lockpicks and throwing knives. Perfect ring for a warrior. Raven crest executioner. Ooh. Here's me thinking he might have taken over whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, what's that weapon of his look like? Physical damage. It's a one-handed axe. Attacks against targets full health, always crit. Ignores blocks. Can't be blocked. Fucking hell. Interesting looking axe. Quite cool design, actually. So I'm going to stick them with false lightning, but you know. Yeah, I don't know much about red caps either. They're capped in the blood of the victims, that wouldn't surprise me. Malevolent, murderous goblin. Referenced in Harry Potter, I know that. And rare examples where real world folklore is included and actually added to, as opposed to just straight up duplicated. Not there's necessarily anything wrong with duplication of it, but you know, one of these things is slightly more creative than the others. Yeah, they do crop up in a few things. It's quite difficult. Heavy gauntlets. Cool. I think I'll want them, but... Volcanic tree bow applies burn and increases unarmed damage. Okay, cool. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 I encountered them in. Down near the Hag's Cottage in the swamp. Cornact. There's one way to leave to go to another area, to the next area. But I do not wish to do right now. Roman no face living up here on his own. I'd have thought he had a band of bandits with him, but apparently not. We're wondering about a thing now. Hang on. Saying that red caps crop up in D&D. I'm kind of grabbing my books out to see if they're actually in here. Is there actually an index in this bloody one or not? I've got a feeling there might not be. Which would... Oh wait, yeah, there is. Red cap. Not in that book. Didn't think it was. Where are the other one? What about the other ones? This one got an index. That would help as well. It's not an index. It's actually interesting in another way. I didn't realise there were stat blocks by environment in this one. That's actually quite helpful. Anyway. They would be... They're here, yes, under Fae. 208. Let's have a quick goosey. They're in the other book. Oh, yeah, I remember. And they actually do look an awful lot like they appear in Baldur's Gate 3, which is not terribly surprising either. Interesting. They are there. I've got some of the Mystic Tomes, not all of them. I've got some of them. I haven't got the new set, but they are surprisingly affordable considering how new they are on Amazon at the moment. Generally, I'm in favour of supporting your local bookshop and all that, but Hasbro being the author of this, or at least the owner of Wizards, makes me a little bit less concerned about doing that. Do we go up or do we go down? I'm liking up, to be honest. First. My local shop, Black Books. No, it is not. It's a Waterstone, so it's not that exciting. Nonetheless, it's still preferable to supporting Amazon as a general rule of thumb. However, this is some creepy fucking shit and all. Mistbearer's Den. Yeah, unfortunately, D&D books in particular tend to be 2 or 3 times the price in brick and mortar stores, which if we were talking like 2 or 3 quid, it would be one thing. But 2 or 3 times the price, where you're looking at something in the order of 90 quid or whatever. Well, actually, no, it's not quite that much. More like twice the price. Alright. 50 or 60 potentially for the books. At least 40. I do realise now I haven't actually checked, but I have read that they are considerably more elsewhere, so... The point being, it's a big enough jump that it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow given who the author or owner is. Rambling aside. Weapon relic. Hitting a target has 5% chance to restore health. That's not great. Veteran bandit armor. That's quite cool looking armor. Oh, shite. Close to stunning. It didn't. Whew. Guess he nearly bit off much more than he could chew. Interesting. The whole area is creepy as shit and has a come back later vibe to it. I just didn't break my legs though. To be fair, notwithstanding those books, the last books I bought I did actually buy in a bookshop, I suppose, my local bookshop, as opposed to from Amazon. I was quite happy to do. Well, let's see what's in here, shall we? I did hear about bookshops that have like cafes and places to sit and read and actually spend time in inside the bookshop. Which I have to say seems like a good idea.
Remembers everything.
Was it? Who are you? Wyrdness.
What do you need from me? May Mather's strong arm embrace you. There's nothing for you here, Wanderer. The doors are closed. And if I couldn't open them, you won't either.
Who are you?
Tyrannus of the Thoid tribe, Dalriata. And you?
I don't bother introducing myself to the soon-to-be-dead. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Great minds think alike.
Darth.
Apparently, they're drawn to the same places. If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thoid tribe could take half of it.
Where's this place?
I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies behind these stone doors.
I don't really want to say that. Don't know what I'm capable of.
Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I keep failing. I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is where my story ends.
Cool-looking robes. Why do you care so much?
This is my destiny, one I chose for myself. I'll either get through or die trying. But my strength is fading. This isn't how I wanted it to end.
What's inside?
It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes. Look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground. Though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it. We call them the Mist Bearers.
You want to hunt a Mist Bearer?
Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths. And I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic. If you manage to slay the Mist Bearer, I'll pay you in gold for everything you bring back. At least I'll get something out of this pointless mission. Then maybe I'll invite you to further collaboration.
Collaboration? What do you mean?
Return alive and you'll find out. Good luck, Wanderer. May fate be kinder to you than it has been to me.
Okay. Remains of a Mist Bearer if I manage to kill one. What the fuck have I let myself into here? Right. Zap. I think everyone. Spiked mace. I don't think I really want that. Check my inventory. The fall of the gods. Where is Mother? Why does she not answer her worshippers' prayers? Has she abandoned her children to this land of pain and evil? Are the gods powerless, or do they simply bear ill will? Are they weak or cruel? Cannot answer such questions, nor will I pretend to understand divine judgments as priests and scholars do. Dwelling on these mysteries is futile. Instead of this, if the gods are not indifferent, where does that leave us? Some argue that we must focus on only what we can change, and they are right. Within every man lies a divine spark, a gift that grants him not just dominion over nature, but a duty to heal it. The greatest tool is human intellect, capable of shaping reality itself. That was not massively informative. Beautiful Liliana and the lustful Marquis. That'll be another porno. We'll take a little pass on that one. Speaks volumes about this game, and I think that literally the first book you find when you get out of your cell at the very beginning of the game is smut. I have a hunch this is going to take me back to where I was before. Don't know, but I have a hunch. Yes, it did. Thought so. Big ass bowl. Okay. Well, that's probably the way forward. Go sideways. Call them what? I've missed the context on that one, but... The delay there is throwing me off a little bit. Seven smart books is an achievement goal. What, in game or just in life in general? It's, you know, we don't like to kink shame, but it's an interesting life goal if that's what we're talking about here. No, that's dungeon's blooming confusing, isn't it? Kink shame, we do kink. Yeah. Don't kink shame unless your name's Diddy, then you kinda have to. Mind you, the irony there is spectacular. On top of all the other horrible stuff. Ooh. Flaming cloak slowly burns nearby enemies. Requires practicality that I don't currently have. And the seal is maximum health, which is not really very interesting. When it's only 3 points anyway. In-game, of course. Oh, I'm sure it was. Supposed to be 7 of them. Yeah. Sounds about right. I'm surprised that there's that many. I'm surprised that they restrained themselves and limited themselves to 7. Okay. 7 smutty sins. I've come up with a few more than 7, to be honest with you. Yeah, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean one should. Starborn egg. What the fuck is a starborn egg? Oh, it's a relic. It does extra weapon damage. Ooh, be cool if I was using weapons. I don't know, I'm vibing with this way a bit more. I don't know why. Considering I'm pretty sure they all end up in the same place. I'll come back for you in a minute. Shock these undead with a big powerful electrical spell while I'm standing in a puddle. What a great idea. Well, the point, the same puddle they're standing in. That's not creepy in a Cthulhu way at all. Different Lovecraft vibes about that thing. I see, look at this, and I press quick save. I slightly wish I'd rested a bonfire. Ooh. Quick enough off the draw there, but anyway. Ooh, that looks cool. This should be an interesting fight. Where are you, you bastard? All at you. Just as soon as I find you, I'll have you. Well, that's the real one, I see. Now I've got you. Mostly. Oh shit, this is happening, is it? Keyboard's wigged out again. Or the driver's wigged out or something. There he is, got him. Ah, shite. We should have it function again, he says. Just in case anybody can't see me. Yeah, sorry. I had this weird issue that I sometimes get where I'm not sure if it's keyboard related or just a general crash or what, but I keep my character moves and my keyboard stops taking input, or partially stops and then completely stops, and then the only thing I can do is hard restart my whole computer. And I don't know if it's a game thing or something else or what, but we're back now. Yeah, bit annoying. I have no idea what it looks like on your end either. At what point things start to go belly up for you and stuff, because it's not an instant all-in-one thing on my end. It's like stuff goes a bit wrong, and then it goes a lot wrong, and then everything's fucked. Yeah, incremental scale of fuckery or something. I don't know. Ugh. Oh well. I don't know why you're asking me about Discord stuff when I've turned Discord off, but anyway. Alright, let's see what happens. Post-fight, walking out to the sidely. Yeah, that's about when it actually fully crashed for me then. We may have to do the fight again, because I may have to reload from before it. I don't know if it auto-saved or what. No, it's auto-saved at the end of the fight. Well, that's a win. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, that's the deader. Right. Killed the Mistbearer, should bring its remains to... What's his face? Yeah. Well, I would do, but I don't seem to be able to get hold of any of those remains. I suppose I can set a bonfire either. No, I didn't really think so. Weird lantern. Okay. An armor relic, which ignites enemies when they hit you in close combat. That's cool. Locks spanner at 100% for 10 seconds. Well, I don't see any evidence that there's anything to loot. If it all goes belly up after reloading an earlier save, we'll see how this happens. Okay, so I think this is back in the cave where we were before. Oh. Oh, yay. Second. I think some of this may possibly be related to the NVIDIA driver, because NVIDIA's app doesn't seem to be working right now. Start the app and see if that helps. I'll try and start the app, because that might be related to the issue. Yeah, I think it's related to NVIDIA, that issue. For fuck's sake. How did they manage to go from being the most reliable and by far and away the better choice for graphics cards to suddenly, over the course of like one update and since then, to being absolute steaming turds? Which means I can't take pictures and I can't do shit, because fuck me, I guess. Whatever, I'm not restarting the computer again, so fuck it. Actually, I know what I could do. Try this. Yeah, I'll take it with Steam instead. See if I actually remember that I've done that, so might be vaguely workable. Yes, the fact that the NVIDIA app is currently not working after that incident makes me inclined to point the finger at it. As you can probably imagine. Not sure what problem I'm encountering there, but really hoping it's just a little traversal thing. I will say the patch on this new patch, making the whole thing run much better. It's got all its shaders properly cached and stuff.
Even your son, you did it. Impressed.
Yep.
I wish I'd been the one to face the Mistbearer, but I bow to the one who managed to slay it.
Here its remains.
Excellent. And here's your reward.
Alchemist Guild still active?
The guild never stopped operating. At one point, we chose to work from the shadows, but we never ceased to exist. It wasn't the first time in Avalon's history that a group of ignorant fools, manipulated by politicians, needed a scapegoat. The Druids were the first target, and the plan was for the Alchemist's Guild to be next. We preferred to disappear on our own terms, but we still care about the fate of Avalon and its people.
There's not so much a few assholes at the top. Dear Del Realta could join the guild from Kamelot.
Our guild was indeed formed in Kamelot, but we fled from there long ago. The Thoid tribe is the only one that doesn't fear magic. The guild saw my potential and invited me into its ranks.
Cool. You mentioned something about further collaboration?
Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself a worthy candidate for the ranks of the Alchemists Guild.
Really?
And to be honest, it's been a long time since I've felt this confident about a new guild member. So, if you're interested, I might have a few assignments for you. What do you say?
Tell me more about the guild.
We seek the spark of life, the primal force that makes existence possible.
So many bad jokes to that.
To surviving the inevitable horrors that have already begun. There aren't many of us left, and our ranks remain hidden. You'll meet the others as you advance through the levels of initiation. Sometimes, though, we fall victim to our own secrecy. Some members delve too deeply into their research.
Hint, hint, I'll have to rescue some of them.
Into dangerous places, and that often leads to trouble.
Inevitable horror? What do you mean?
The Wyrdness, of course. We know it's the source of all creation in Avalon, but not everyone can handle it. People fear the Wyrdness, so the Wyrdness creates nightmares. When we reach the primal source, the spark of life, we hope to tame it enough that it's no longer a threat. I only hope the other members haven't forgotten that this is our mission. Sometimes there are misunderstandings about our leader's orders, and that can end badly.
What trouble does the guild face?
Experiments that spiral out of control, or a misinterpretation of the meaning of life itself.
Just sometimes little issues then.
It's both. You'll understand in time. But first, I'd like you to do some reconnaissance for me. Consider it a warm-up. So,
Okay.
what's your choice?
I'm down. What's the first task then?
We have a valuable member, a researcher of the Wyrdness named Eckhart from Connacht. A very wise man. I have my own mission to complete, so finding out why he hasn't contacted us falls to you. I'll mark his workshop on your map. If something unfortunate has happened to him, at the very least, recover his research. Let's meet at the statue of the Morning Harpist in Connacht.
Ooh. So the weird lantern was the thing I needed for that, was it? Now we've got a first quest that takes us into the new area. I'm guessing, anyway. I got a block of ice. Counts as a shield, apparently. Interesting. Wow. That was an interesting scenario. Hmm. Right. Store weird soul power. Yeah. Talk. What do you know about Mistbearers?
Not much. I never encountered one myself, but I heard stories about them. Mistbearers, like most creatures on this island, emerged from the Wyrdness. They were always drawn to magic. The druids believed they fed on it in some way. Merlin forbade his apprentices from hunting them. Druids were too valuable to our war effort to be distracted by such pursuits, and they were meant to carry on Merlin's legacy should he fall.
Didn't work out so well, did it?
What became of them after the war, I do not know.
I'm kind of wondering whether or not I should put points into anything else at the moment. I don't feel like I really want to at the moment. Spiritualities were mana regen and total mana. And my spell power goes up. That's basically what I'm doing at the moment, so... That is all upgraded there that I want to do for now, I think. Wands and cubes. It'd be nice to buff that. Longer effects. Additional charge. Increases mana regen. Yeah, sounds good. You know what, let's rest for a bit. Do I need to do that, actually? I don't think I do. I think my next play, behind the curtain in the dark world, that's the way into Kuanacht. I would have thought the way into Kuanacht was this way, but I guess we'll find out in time, won't we? So Spread Your Wings is the next quest I need to do, and then I also need to do something over here. Bounty board, need to turn that in. Need to go... Oh yeah, a couple of turn-ins there, haven't we? So what I'd like to do is put a marker... Actually... The marker I want to put is about here, isn't it? Yeah. But, we're going to head back to the Horns of the South and turn these quests in. Because... it is past time to... wrap up for the evening, won't we? Zoom. Let's do a quick bit of selling when I'm done as well. Huh, another Thunderlash spell. Interesting. Kitty cat's wandering in and out. Got quite a lot of stuff here. That was a mistake. I'll keep that. Cool. So, time for a snooze. Turn these quests in. Sell a couple of bits. Shouldn't take long. And we'll be good.
Everything will be just fine.
I do believe once I've turned these in, I'll have maybe
Just passing through.
just the main quest left to do. A couple of bits maybe besides that. But not much. Right. In here to talk about the ritual that was really not what we expected. The druid's prank, in short. It's about that druidic scroll.
Yes? How did it go?
Didn't work. It was a sick juvenile joke by the druids.
Bastards. If this is how they behaved when they were all still alive, it makes more and more sense that people got fed up with them. But I don't get it, you know? Think about it. You have all this knowledge. You're practically a god among men, and yet you treat them like this. Why wouldn't you let the chosen few in on the secret? Why wouldn't you share the mystical arts? Or even just let them observe? How are we supposed to figure these things out for ourselves? It would have been beneficial for all of us if their writings, their rituals, and their deeds weren't written in code. If they were easier to understand.
Give me this. Mistletoe.
Mistletoe? Really? They gave you mistletoe? Useless junk. And a parasite to boot. Really nice way of proving their point that we're unworthy of their knowledge.
The criminally changed us, the ritual.
What? Changed? Changed how? Is it bad?
Doesn't look good. Might have been dark magic involved. It was fine before, now it looks something out of a nightmare. Doesn't look good.
Oh no. No. This is not good. Shit. We already have the undead, the Wyrdness, and the Del Rita to worry about. We don't need yet another problem on our hands. Besides, it's a known druidic site. What if news of something happening there reaches the Red Priests? They are ruthless in pursuing any remaining druids. If they find out about my interests, I'll be done for.
How would they even find out?
Look, it's a small keep. People here know everything about each other. And I tend to babble when I'm drunk. I don't even know.
Oh, dear.
Maybe I told somebody about my peculiar interests. Maybe not. But even one person knowing this about me would be one person too many.
So what do we do now?
We don't do anything, because I still can't leave the keep. You need to find a druid and make him reverse this somehow.
Fortunately, I know where there is a druid, but anyway. Any thoughts on where to look?
Actually, but they're nothing more than that. Ideas. Maybe the other keepers have seen something. Dan's been patrolling the walls lately, and he's got sharp eyes. Though I doubt any druid would be foolish enough to hide this close to Kamelot's biggest foothold in the south. Whatever you decide, good luck. Please let me know when it's done. Otherwise, I won't be able to focus. I just hope nobody gets seriously ill right now.
Interesting. So, a new quest there. Fortunately, I happen to know where there is a guy who's probably a druid hanging out nearby. Oh yeah, bro, I know face. We turn that in, don't we? Sell a few bits. There's roses. Always need those. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Crazy fucker's not there yet. Oh, there he is. I'm going to regret talking to this guy because I usually feel that way.
Please, state your business.
Bounty for bandits. And reward for bounty leaders. Got Bromar, no face.
Well, the famous Bromar. No face and no life. That savage wiped out an entire unit of Kamelot's infantry. But he couldn't take you down, huh? It's like the gods themselves made you for the job. Though I'm not sure which ones. In any case, you've certainly earned the gratitude of the capital. You are truly remarkable. I've never met anyone with such an insatiable thirst for blood. I almost wish there were more bounties left. But alas, you've handled them all. Please, take this as a token of Kamelot's gratitude. And keep up the good work. I hope it brings you as much satisfaction as it does me.
Creepy
Go chop off
fucker,
some
aren't you?
heads.
What did I get? I got Kamelot's ring and 1500 in fundage. Health and stamina. Not terrible, but not great either. Right. Keep those based on general principle because they're interesting. Yeah. Nice. Got one thing back in my stash, and then I think we wrapped up for the day. So we got Blacktop Prophecies. Behind the curtain waits a darker world. Spread your wings. A fair lady. Need some seashells on that one. Pumpkin Peril. Yeah, as it stands. There's some bits down there I could do if I could be bothered making armor, but I don't really need to worry about that. Find some Drowner tongues, apparently. And I also need some other bits and pieces as well, so that might be a thing to do in time. Wrap up, but for now, I think we're doing good. The occasional crash notwithstanding. Cool. So for one evening, here we go. That was fun. Good bit of progress made there. Got to explore a few areas I haven't seen before. Encountered some interesting characters. Queen Bee springs to mind at the top of the list. Crash was a bit annoying, but otherwise quite good fun. Quite enjoyed that. And yeah, still a couple of quests to explore. Ooh, excuse me. A few areas that at least one area that I know I haven't checked out that I need to at some point fairly soon. And then it'll be on to actually doing the main story because we'll have everything else crossed off. Yeah, that's cool. tomorrow, I think we'll play a little Fallout. We'll cross off some challenges and, yeah, do a bit of fishing and see how that goes. Should be good. It's update day today. Well, changeover day, and not update day, so... Yeah, hiccup is what it is, but yeah, it's a bit weird. Well, the feeling it's bloody NVIDIA, actually. Thought it was my keyboard being weird, but crashing of the NVIDIA app specifically, or not working on the restart, makes me think that maybe it's that. So we'll have to have a look and see. But yeah, anyway, Fallout tomorrow. Probably back to the altars on Thursday and Friday, which I'm looking forward to picking that up again. We've got area number 3 to start exploring, which should be good once we complete this journey. Yeah, looking forward to that as well. Should be fun. Still not 100% sure on what the video plan is for the rest of the week. Got a couple of ideas that I might dive into, so we'll see. But there'll be something coming in the next few days. Ultimate reminder. Anyway, for now, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. Hope you enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it. It's been cool. So, we'll dive back into Tainted Grail probably next Monday, I think, all things being equal. Should be cool. And I imagine, depending on how long the actual main quest takes, we might actually have this wrapped up, or at least the first area, first zone of 3, Horns of the South, wrapped up by the end of next week, or by this time next week. Maybe, possibly. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, for now, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll be back at it with some Fallout tomorrow, around about 8 o'clock-ish. In the meantime, yeah, buttons and stuff down below if you haven't already, I always appreciate, and social media links if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, channel memberships if you want to support the channel, all that good stuff, yeah. And, yeah, playlists, things like that if you want to check out other streams, other series, that sort of stuff, and we'll get going, yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, folks.